Hello everyone, welcome back to my videos. Today we are going to discuss about the noun clause part 2. In this video we are going to discuss about the quoted speech, reported speech, and also the modal verbs in reported speech, also the subjunctive in noun clause that is expressed in reported speech. In the previous video, we learned about how to form a noun clause in a sentence. In this video, we learn to use the noun clause in quoted speech and reported speech, also using modal verbs in noun clauses that express reported speech. Also, the use of subjunctive in the noun clause. Okay, now let's move to the first topic, the quoted speech. The quoted speech means that we reproduce words exactly as they were originally spoken or written. There are several ways in quoting speech. First, look at this example. She said, "My brother is a student." The opening clause, "she said," is placed in the beginning of the sentence, while the speech or the utterance is placed at the end of the sentence. In this example, to separate the opening with the quoted speech, a comma is used. Place the comma after the opening. She said, she replied, she answered, or he said, he replies, well, he answers. Okay, place a comma after that, and then capitalize the first word of the quoted sentence. It's essential for you to to capitalize the first word in the quoted sentence because it indicates where the speech starts. And then put the quotation marks before the quoted sentence and after the period of the quoted sentence. The quoted sentence ends with a period, and place the period within the pair of quoted marks, with the quotation marks, I mean. The second way to express a quoted speech by placing the quoted sentence at the beginning of the sentence and the set or replies clause at the end of the sentence. Now, in this type of sentence, the capitalized first word is the same, right? Since it starts the sentence, you have to make sure that the first words of the quoted sentence is capitalized, and then instead of using a period to end the quoted sentence, if you choose to use this formula, this format, this structure, place a comma to indicate the end of the quoted speech, and also remember to place the quotation marks before and after the quoted speech, and then followed by the set phrase or set clause. She said, he said, and end this sentence with a period after she said. Now, what about the third ways in quoting speech? Look at your module and describe the other ways to make a quoted speech. Place the answer this question in the comment section. Now, those are the examples of quoting a statement. Now, what about quoting a question or exclamation? Basically, it's similar. However, instead using a period or comma, we use question mark or exclamation mark to indicate the end of the quoted sentence. Here's the example. She asked, "Why are you running?" The person asked, "Why are you running?" It's a question. So use comma after she asked, and then capitalize the first word. Like, see, it's similar, but instead of using the comma or period to indicate the end of the quoted sentence, place a quotation mark or place a question or exclamation mark like this. This is the structure. Similarly, if you choose to place the questions at the beginning of the sentence, you need to capitalize the first word of the quoted sentence, and then remember to use a pair of exclamation marks to begin and to end the quoted sentence, and then place the question marks, right? Place the question marks. And after she asked, after the phrase she asked, remember to use a period. Try to make a quoted exclamation. Okay? Try to make a quoted exclamation and place your sample of quoted exclamation in the comment section. Other than said and asked, what are the verbs you can use to introduce a quoted speech? Look at your module and try to answer this question. Type the answer in the comment section. Now, reported speech. Reported speech is usually expressed using a noun clause. So if you do not want to be bothered by placing numerous punctuations, using reported speech is an alternative, alright? However, the reported speech or the reported utterance is expressed using a noun clause. Here are some rules of reported speech. If the reporting verb, said, asked, etc. is simple past, the verb in the noun clause will usually be in a past form. Look at this example. Nora said, I don't like chocolate. Right? Nora said, I don't like chocolate. If you want to express the quoted sentence in a reported speech like this, you have to change the verb in the quoted sentence to be adjusted with the verb used in the introducing clause, like Nora said here. If the verb in the introduction use the past, use past or use simple past, you have to change it. You have to change the verb in the quoted speech into a past form. Alright, that's the first rule. The second rule. If the reported sentence deals with general truth, use present tense. Look at this example. Nora said, the world is round. Even though Nora said this utterance in the past, what she said is a general truth. In this case, instead of using a past form, you have to maintain this present form because the sentence indicates a general truth. So you keep using the past form for the introduction, but in the noun clause, the verb is still in present form. The third rule. When the reporting verb is simple present, perfect, present perfect, or future, the verb in the noun clause does not change. Look at this example. The introduction part use a present perfect tense, right? Indicates a present perfect tense. Hence, for the verb in the noun clause, you do not change it into past. Keep its present form because the introduction indicates a present as well, indicate a present type as well. Nora has said that she doesn't like chocolate. Okay. Find other tenses rules in making reported speech along with an example. Type the answers in the comment section. Again, if the speaker is reporting something immediately or soon after it was said, no change is made in the noun clause verbs. I give you an example. Imagine that this is the timeline, okay? On Tuesday, a professor said, I want you to read chapter 5 before our class next week. A moment later, someone asked, what did the teacher just say? I didn't hear him. So this question, ask for what the professor said or the teacher said just a moment ago. In this case, if you want to report the speech of the teacher that is uttered just a moment ago, you do not change the verb in the noun clause into past. Alright, even though the introduction is expressed using a past form, the noun clause is expressed in present form because it's just a while ago the speech is uttered. He said he wants us to read chapter 5 before next week's class. On the contrary, if the question is asked, if you have to repeat a speech from a while ago, you have to use the past form because some time has passed. Okay, I didn't go to class yesterday. Did the teacher give any assignments? He said he wanted us to read chapter 5 before next week's class. The first form, the first type when you have to report a speech that happened a moment ago is called immediate reported speech. However, if sometimes has passed, it takes a while for the questions, okay, for the utterance, it is called the later reported speech. In the later form of reported speech, past form is necessary, but for immediate reported speech, you have to keep the verb in the noun clause as in the present form. If the sentence, if the utterance is in the form of imperative and you want to change it to a reported speech, you have to change the imperative sentence into an infinitive. In this case, instead of using say or said, tell is used instead. I give you an example. The first sentence, sentence is a quoted speech. Mr. John said, read chapter 5 before the class next week. The quoted indicate an imperative. It is started with a verb, not a subject, but it is started with a verb. Then if you want to change the quoted speech into reported speech, use infinitive. Place to in front of the verb. And instead of using say or said here, told is more common. Mr. Jones told us to read chapter 5 before the class next week. Now, how would you express the following speech into reported speech? Okay, so type your answers in the comment section. Also explain which models experience change in form and which one do not. Okay, this is our last topic, subjunctive in noun clauses. The subjunctive verbs indicate importance or urgency. So if you want to express the importance of the speech, subjunctive is the alternative. Like for example, I insisted that she admit the truth, or the teacher demands that we be on time. Like for example, the quoted speech like this. She must admit the truth. I insisted. Or maybe the teacher demands you have to be on time. Now, to change that quoted sentence, to change that quoted speech, you have to use the subjunctive because the quoted speech indicates that it is urgent, it is necessary to do, it is a necessary thing to do. To express the subjunctive, you have to use a base form of the verb, regardless the subject, because they are neither singular nor plural. See this? No matter what the subject is, no matter what the subject is, the verb is in the base form. They also do not have present, past, or future forms. You see here, there is no time marker. Okay, there is no time marker. No admits, no admitted, or was, or were here. The verb is in its base form. If expressing the negative statement, the structure is just not plus the simple form or not plus the base form. It is important that she not go to the meeting. Okay, you do not need an auxiliary to express this. It's just a not and the base form of a verb. She not go. For expressing a passive voice, the structure is simple form of be plus past participle. In expressing a passive voice, you need the phrase of be plus participle, right? But here, no matter what the subject is, the simple form of be and past participle is used. Professor Clark recommends that the students be given the second chance to do the test. Here, instead of using the students are given the second chance to do the test, the simple form of be, okay, the base form of be is used. The students be given, not the students are given. The students be given the second chance to do the test. This is the form of subjunctive in a noun clause. Okay, so if you encounter this kind of sentence, this kind of sentence, it indicates that the context is urgent or very important. Okay, now the questions. What model is possible to use in a subjunctive? Give an example. Give a sentence as an example. Also, give some examples of verbs and expressions that are common to be followed by the subjunctive in a noun clause. You may refer to your module to answer these questions. Remember, answer all of my questions in this video in the comment sections. Okay? Well, that's it, guys. Those are the the materials, in our discussion today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.